Africa, and a very warm welcome to you. This is your Monday edition of Afternoon Express, and my name is Balisa Dembe. Now today on the show, Nicole, we're speaking as we enter the next week, a new week of Human Rights Month. We're speaking about your right to share your little ones with the world on social media. Plus, we're discussing balancing all that life has to offer with the founder of Bernali Designs, and we meet her gorgeous daughter. Then we touch base with Imprint ZA at AFI.
Well, it is a big Monday because we're also giving away 5,000 Rand again. And we're also talking about speaking to your pharmacist heading into winter. But what's happening in the kitchen? Do me.
Well, ladies, it is the right of every human being to enjoy a nutritious meal, and today we're focusing on the little ones because we'll be making some delicious plant-based rocket skewers with an amazing dipping sauce. And to get all the recipe details for that, you just need to go to afternoonexpress.co.za. We are also giving away a nice, amazing prize that is part of our Super M Conundrum challenge that's going to be happening a little later. But for now, back to you in the lounge, ladies.
Now we welcome to the show radio and media personality Jo-Dee Butler, about women in media, and we get to meet her cute, adorable daughter Boston and find out what their future holds. Welcome to the loft.
Well, I think I have a new friend. I mean, this is amazing, and I'm loving your shoes. I am here for your shoes.
What a cutie pie already. Clearly a social butterfly, a socialite. But let's touch base with Mommy Jo-Dee. I mean, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Thank you.
Now, girlfriend, you are a media personality in your very own right. You are on radio. So where did your love for media start?
I think I've always had a love for broadcasting, whether it be radio, television. It's just, I always said, like, I was good at a lot of things, but never great at something. And I always thought the thing that I'm best at is being myself. So I love that kind of element, that personality that it brings to, you know, being on radio. I can just be myself. So I've worked in different jobs, but I always kind of gravitated toward the broadcasting industry. So I think it started for a very long time when I used to sit on my mom's bed looking into her vanity mirror, reading the TV Plus and pretending to be a continuity presenter. You know what I mean? I'm sure lots of people did that. And that was me. So I think it started from there.
Girl, you just took me all the way back by mentioning that magazine.
Right?
What a throwback.
And next up is, I mean, come on. I love it.
Girl, I'm here for it. Yeah. And Nicole, this is essentially why I decided, you know, we have to bring you into this conversation. Because number one, you're in media, very strongly, not only a pharmacist, but you are a media personality within your own right. And you're also dabbling into being a mother of two incredible children. I mean, the best friends, as we like to call them. So ladies, I mean, I found this very funny, this meme the other day that I was looking at. A young mother saying that, you know what, I think I'd be such a better mother if I didn't have to do it every day. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And it is constant. You can't, oh, this is a cute baby. Yeah, you can take them back now. You know what I mean? It's 24/7. It's, I mean, babe, come on, you need to sit here.
I mean, she's got a best friend now.
I know. She's on a mission.
As a baby.
She went with her mom. We're going to talk to Auntie Pali.
Yeah, and first, Boston, come here, Boston. I want to ask you a couple of questions, my girl. I hear that your birthday's coming up. Is your birthday coming up?
Yes.
So how old are you turning?
4.
You're going to turn 4?
Wow.
Aren't you turning 3?
3, yes I am.
3 going on 14.
Do you like balloons? Are you going to have lots of balloons at your birthday?
Yeah. In the winter passage.
Wow.
And all through it.
Oh my goodness, and this is what we are so just falling in love with this Monday. You have got quite the personality on your hands.
Yeah.
I mean, not only are you in the media industry, your sister, Kim Engelbrecht, is in media, and now baby Boston. So please tell us all about her and how she found her spotlight and her opportunity to shine.
Well, it was all very, like, organic. You know, on Instagram, you share your life, you share, you know, parts of yourself. And, of course, when she came along in 2018, I would post some pictures of her, and then there were just these funny videos and things that she would say that we just happened to capture on camera. You know, we'd share with our family, and then we posted some of them, and people would always message me and say, oh, she needs her own space, her own page for all these videos to live on. And I was like, nah, it's fine. And then when she turned 2, I decided, okay, my phone is literally full of Boston videos. And I just chucked them all into this page, and people would always message me and say how, you know, these videos brought them so much joy, it made them laugh, and that's just what we did. And it honestly, that's how it comes about. It's just, we are having our conversation, I'd whip out my phone and be like, what did you just say? And she'd be talking or we'd be playing, and that's how it comes alive. And
Content for days.
Content for
I
days.
think as a mom,
Every
I
single day.
understand.
Yeah.
My phone is filled, and I have 2 hurricanes that live in my house.
Yeah.
So I absolutely adore this
Yeah.
chaos. And there's this question in you: when do you share it? When do
Yeah.
you not? When is it organic, like you said,
Yes.
and just
Yeah.
natural sharing? And for me personally, without ever throwing shade on any other
Yes.
moms
Yeah.
that do it, I just feel like my kids need to be at the
Yeah.
age where they're ready to post that stuff about their
Yeah.
lives.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
I'm also the mom of a stepmom to 2
Yes.
boys, who are, one of which is very prominent on social media.
Yeah.
And I don't have a choice or a say in that.
Yes.
He's very young. And it's been interesting watching that process, because I
Yeah.
think I've had this, I've been able to watch and talk with him through it. And it's amazing how much they learn through the journey.
And that just brings me to asking then for yourself, Jo-Dee. I mean, you decided very early on in young Boston's life
Yeah.
that, you know what, you're going to share her with the rest of the
Yeah.
world. But then the opposite is also true.
Yeah.
Number one, does she know and understand the concept of followers and what followers are? And number two, how then do you protect your young daughter
Yeah.
from the negative side of social media?
No, absolutely. I think we also, it's so hard because as people and just as individuals, you need to, you know, it's my right to do what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
And then also, I get to share what I want to share. I get to hold private what I want to hold private. So, you know, it's my decision to make what I post, what I don't post. And as long as she's happy, as soon as she goes, Mom, don't take a picture, or Mom, don't put your phone, Mom, let's, and the phone goes down, and then, you know, there's no more recording, you know what I mean? And that has happened, where she's like, Mom, put the camera down.
Let's just have
And I'll
fun.
do that, exactly, yeah. But, but like you said, there are some weirdos on social media that we need to be aware of, and, you know, you can't live with blinkers on, but at the same time, you need to, you know,
Still live your life.
Still live your life, exactly. And just, it's so amazing to see the joy that she brings other people.
Yes. I mean, I'm already literally
Actually,
saying that
literally, yeah.
we're having the time of our lives
Yeah.
right now, just having her in the loft. I mean, she is such a personality, so filled with energy. And I just love the fact that you are brightening our days
Yes.
by sharing your daughter with
I'm
us.
so glad, thank you. And the type of messages that I get, it's always along those lines of, I've just had a bad day at work. I'm coming back now and just seeing this video. Oh, I look forward to these videos because it puts a smile on my face, or it makes me laugh, or it makes me think about my kid when she was younger. You know, and those kinds of messages just touch my heart, and it's just, I'm happy to bring a smile to someone else's life.
Beautiful.
Well, what an example on Mommy Monday, right?
I love that. And both of you, please stay with us the entire show. I mean, I have fallen in love with young Boston. I might just steal her and take her home. But I won't. And Mzansi, I'm encouraging you to do exactly the same. Because coming up, we're going to be diving into a conversation of what we should be asking our pharmacists as we head into the winter.
Express yourself.
As winter season winter season slowly approaches, we need to make sure we're fully prepared. Speaking to our local pharmacist should be your first port of call when it comes to professional health advice and knowing how to keep your immune system strong going into the winter. We chat to pharmacist Frans Landman on how to make the most of our pharmacists going into the winter. Now, girlfriend, I mean, does it make you excited when you know that during this time, everyone around South Africa is going to be queued up waiting to see you?
I'm so excited about this because your pharmacist is step one in your healthcare. And there's a lot of barriers now, including PPE and people's fear and resistance. So to speak to a pharmacist now is a great opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, Frans, pharmacists are essential in the health industry. So why is it important to consult your pharmacist?
I think what is important for me is that the pharmacist is accessible. You can go and speak to your pharmacist and you do not have to make an appointment. Your pharmacist is ready there to hear everything that you need to know about healthcare, medicine, diseases. You can speak to them first. You do not have to be worried to speak to your pharmacist.
Frans, I think pharmacists are often underestimated. Can you just remind us, what are the different ways that a pharmacist can assist?
I think the different ways that a pharmacist can assist is the pharmacist is the medicine expert. But apart from that, when we deal with public will come to me and they will ask simple things that they are so worried about that they do not know the answer to, and we can assist them. We can tell them, this is serious, go to your healthcare provider, we can refer them. We are also PCDT pharmacists, so we consult the public will come to us and speak to us, and we will then lay their fears and say, this is what you need to do, this is the correct way of treating your disease.
Now, Nicole, maybe you can also help me understand this in collaboration with Frans. I want to find out, as winter is slowly approaching, what should we be asking our pharmacists to prepare ourselves for flu season?
That's actually a great question, Frans. It's specifically, how do we empower a patient coming in or a customer to ask the right questions of their pharmacists?
I think especially with the coronavirus pandemic that we have, people are very worried. They sit with symptoms. They do not know what to ask. I think when it comes to preparation is, for me, the best thing to do. And it's not just about medicine. It's about lifestyle. You will see that medical aids today, they reimburse people. They really give people good marks for doing vitality testing. For our general comorbidities, it needs to be controlled. Smoking cessation. It is so important to keep your patient healthy. Your client must be a healthy client, and that will help them going into winter.
Well, certainly, Pali, my advice would be, when in doubt, don't ask Google, ask your pharmacist.
Yes, girl.
Well, Frans, I'd like to know, why is it important to build a healthy immune system going into winter?
I think if we can get to the immune system, if I can maybe in short explain that your immune system is actually compromised when your mucous membranes in your skin is not intact. During winter, especially with cold air and with dry air and pollution that's more pronounced, the mucous membranes is under attack. And we need to protect that mucous membranes. You will see that during the coronavirus time, the doctors has been prescribing vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. And why is that? That is to keep our skin intact. But apart from that, you also need to look at your immunity. And there are two sides to the immunity. The one is your innate immunity. That is your immunity that you are born with. And the other one is the acquired immunity. And one of those things for me that is important is your flu vaccination. Now, the coronavirus is an adenovirus, and they're busy rolling out the vaccines for that. But for me, the flu vaccine is very it's neglected. People don't think that it's important to do the flu vaccine anymore. And that's one of the ways of strengthening yourself and getting yourself ready for winter.
Completely understood, and I appreciate us being able to have these conversations. But you know, before we let you go, finally, what should patients remember to do when visiting a pharmacy during the COVID-19 pandemic? And of course, how can your pharmacist help you during this time?
For me, very important, and I see it with the customers coming to us as well, they are so scared of speaking to somebody when they have symptoms, when they have a sore throat, when they have flu. What am I going to do? Am I going to be let in at the pharmacy? Will somebody look at me? Yeah. For me, it's important the moment that you get symptoms, the moment that you have a sore throat, that you lose your taste, you lose your sense of smell. Those are symptoms that are, for me, are serious. Get help. If you don't go to your pharmacist, at least go to your medical practitioner. Get help. That is so important, because the quicker you can intervene with medication and strengthening the immune system, the better chance you have.
Beautiful.
Spot on. I think that people are sitting in fear at home and they're compromising their health outcomes by not just reaching out, whether it's a phone call, walking into a pharmacy and just speaking to somebody on the front line who cares.
Absolutely. And not only are they risking it for themselves, but their entire family, exposing them further to the virus and potential other sicknesses. Thank you so much as a pharmacist coming through to Afternoon Express and helping us understand how pharmacists can help during this time. Goodbye, Franz.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Now, Mzansi, it's that time again where we are just detailing such an incredible competition, truly changing people's lives.
Yes, every week giving away a significant amount of money, which I think can make a real difference to people right now, Palesa.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I mean, 5,000 Rand can go a very long way, but nothing's for mahala. Mzansi, what we want to find out from you, do you have a survival story? Then we want to hear from you. From falling off a tree, a snake bite, or even escaping your neighbor's crazy dog, we want to hear your story. Immuenza is giving away 5,000 Rand a week for 5 weeks. And all you have to do is reply to the Immuenza competition post on the Afternoon Express Facebook page or Twitter page and tell us your survival story and what protected you using the hashtag Immuenza. The competition closes on the 17th of March 2021 at midnight, and terms and conditions can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. Help support your immune system for your next big adventure with Immuenza.
I hope you heard it, guys, because the competition ends midnight on Wednesday. So you need to make sure you get those entries in, because we are announcing this week's winner after the break. So you need to make sure you stay tuned to find out who exactly that is. But we also are asking you a question on social media. What is it that makes you a great parent? Do use the hashtag Afternoon Express and comment on all of that. But after the break, like we mentioned, we are announcing this week of Immuenza.
Making it to 2021 is a triumph, so celebrate with Immuenza and a chance to win 5,000 Rand weekly for 5 weeks. Keep boosting your immune system with Immuenza and tell us your survival story and what protected you. From a lion attack to a parachute fail, we want to hear your story. Reply to Immuenza's competition post on the Afternoon Express Facebook and Twitter pages. Competition runs until midnight, the 17th of March. T's and C's on afternoonexpress.co.za. Welcome back to the show. Now it's finally that time where we find out who the lucky winner is of the Immuenza competition. Now each week Immuenza is giving away 5,000 Rand for 5 weeks, and all you have to do is to reply to the Immuenza competition post on the Facebook or Twitter page telling us your survival story and what protected you. From a failed parachute to escaping a lion attack, we want to hear your story.
Well, let's not waste another second, Pally. Drum roll, please.
Okay.
And the lucky winner today is Jessica Imenda. So Jessica is unfortunately not available for a chat today, but let's take a look at her story, Pally.
Absolutely, it was quite moving, and it went a little something like this. What protected me? In 2009, I was pregnant. I was going to town, and on my way to town, the taxi driver crashed the car I was in, and it was bad. I prayed and prayed to God to get out alive with my unborn baby. Everyone was screaming and freaking out, shouting at the driver and the taxi, fall on Mzaba.
It was a very bad moment of my life, and I will never forget that day, but I didn't stop praying. Other passengers were dead, but me and my unborn baby and 3 others survived. God saved me and my unborn baby. Now my baby is alive, and she is the happiest girl in the world.
This is my survival story, and what protected me was God.
Wow.
Goosebumps.
Wow, what a story.
Jessica, can we please get another warm round of applause to Jessica? I mean, what an incredible story. Very, very scary. Can you even imagine the emotions that go through someone in the middle of a car accident, especially being pregnant?
The maternal instincts must have kicked in, and I'm sure that the only thing going through her mind was not just her life, but the life of her child.
Yeah, very scary stuff, but I do thank you for sharing your story, Jessica, because I'm so sure so many others can identify with it. It's the small things that protect us and the big things that protect us, and it is your faith in God that is helping you walk away with 5,000 Rand. I would have loved to have a chat with Jessica.
Me too.
To find out what is she going to do with the money. 5,000 Rand is a lot.
I mean, I know what I would do.
Talk to me.
Lots of plans.
Talk to
They
me, talk
include
to me.
shoes.
So many other things, though, as
But
well,
more
right?
important things than shoes.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Jessica, for sharing your story of surviving, what protected you, and I definitely hope that you spent that 5,000 Rand wisely. Now, Mzansi, do you have a survival story? Then we want to hear it. Immuenza is giving away 5,000 Rand a week for 5 weeks. And all you have to do is reply to the Immuenza competition post on the Afternoon Express Facebook page or Twitter page and tell us your survival story and what protected you using the hashtag Immuenza. The competition closes on the 17th of March 2021 at midnight, and terms and conditions can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. Help support your immune system for your next big adventure with Immuenza.
I'd like to give Jessica another round of applause because I think she is a deserving winner of this prize. But we are moving to something a bit more fashionable right now. If you by any chance know Mzuki Simbane, then you know that Mzuki Simbane is a fashion designer that we can say is like part of the Loft's furniture here on Afternoon Express show. However, today we take it out of the studio and take a look on location for Imprint ZA's latest collection, which was shot for Africa Fashion International. Check this out.
Fashion beat financial services in the race for this man's talent.
My name is Mzuki Simbane, the founder and the creative director of the brand called Imprint. My passion for fashion started at a very young age, but it was interesting because I studied accounting. I became an accountant, but along the way I kind of felt like I needed to explore something different. And luckily my mom used to sew, so I just started playing around with her sewing machine, and the rest is history. think it's very important for people to support local designers because mostly the growth of local brands depend on people buying into what we produce locally. I usually say Imprint is an Afro-futuristic luxury brand. It's a brand that tells our African identity. It celebrates who we are, but it also has an element of the future, which is very evident in the prints that we use, and that always tell African stories in ways that people haven't imagined before, in ways that people haven't really seen it before. Showcasing my collection at AFI, obviously there's an inspiration behind the collection, but more than anything, I feel like you're looking at the colors, you're looking at how the flowers are sort of like blooming from the baskets that we use as accessories. I think it also represents a way of a new life, rebirth, and giving hope to people that there is light at the end of all this thing that we have been facing. It sort of like gives people a different view of what is possible. Everyone should just remain hopeful and know that there is a different chapter, a beautiful chapter after all this thing is over. How I see fashion in the future, I feel like fashion is moving more towards a place where it's more inclusive. First of all, the price points. Because previously, mainstream fashion was something that you mostly aspired towards. There wasn't like an entry point when it comes to something that you can buy and sort of feel like you're part of the brand or you're part of the fashion movement at the time. So I feel like that's a positive and something that everyone is looking forward to. Also the element of just Africa fashion as a collective, that's something that is being appreciated globally, which means there's a space for growth for a lot of African designers.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say touch white, the luck is mine. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
It makes so much sense why they are imprint, right?
Yeah.
The prints are just stand out, amazing, so heritage.
I love
speaks
it.
heritage to me. That's what
I mean,
see.
Imprint ZA and Umzugisi, I have been privileged enough for them to dress me on 2, 3, 4 red carpets. And, you know, it's no wonder why I keep going back to Imprint ZA. The way that they dress the female figure is just timeless.
I know, Palesa, and I think maybe now that you've mentioned which they've dressed you, maybe Namik Melen Kulmeno Mzugisi and say something. Say, yo, Mzu, kind of like help a girl out, you know what I mean? But anyway, color, shapes, and texture, all elements you are guaranteed to have with an item from Imprint ZA. You can find all of Mzugisi's pieces available on the AFI Boutique, which you can visit on www.afiboutique.com.
Absolutely. Now on social media, it is a Mommy Monday, so we want to find out from you, what do you think is the secret behind being a great parent? We have got Uxolela here, and I love it because it is a Mommy Monday, but this is something coming from a father. And he says, my secret of being a great parent is really simple, but not entirely simple. And that is to always be there for my son. I'm a young father who believes that my secret should apply to all parenting beings. Hashtag Mommy Mondays, hashtag Daddy every day, hashtag Afternoon Express. We also have Karabo here who says, always putting your kids first and loving unconditional. So Mzansi, let's keep those comments going. Let's keep the conversation going as well. But coming up, Dumi, I'm loving it. We're going to keep on the theme with Mommy Monday, sharing your young ones with the world as we sit down and talk about balancing all that life has to offer. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We welcome Tara of Bernali Designs to chat about owning her own business, mom life and content creating. Welcome to the Loft, Mommy.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Tara, I'm just, you know what, typical being a mom. Mzansi, if you pay very close attention, you'll see tears on Tara's top. And that's essentially what it's all about, being a mommy. Little Asia was here, crying, wanting mommy's attention.
Yeah, you know, I can't control these things. I really can't.
No, but I love it. And seeing you in mommy mode has just been so inspiring to me, because I'm quite familiar with your work as a designer. I'm quite familiar with your work as a content creator. So seeing you in mommy mode is just something so special for me. I mean, all 3 titles, huge titles, life-changing titles, on your day-to-day life, essentially. I mean, how does that look like? Earlier on, we were touching base. I know. Earlier on, we were touching base with Jo-Dee and Boston, and she was like, girl, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, my main thing is just trying to find that balance.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have a balance, it can be intense. Like, you need to, like I always say, you have to have your own cup needs to be full. You know what I mean? If it's half full, you can't give to the next person, and you can't give to your kid, your family. I mean, you got a husband, it's a lot, that's a lot. And you're going to work every day, it's a lot.
And the thing is that people can tell, hey, the people around you, your family, if you're not taking care of yourself, there's nothing you can do for anyone else. But girl, you're doing a lot for the rest of us. I mean, let's talk about your role as a fashion designer. I'm all about it. I mean, I don't know if you can tell.
Yes.
So tell me about yourself and your journey as a fashion designer, and essentially the idea that sparked Bernali.
Okay, so I actually started when I was a little pequenine. My grandmother used to sew. She was in the factories, you know, the CMTs.
Yeah.
And I used to watch her. Like, I watched her sew physically. So I used to do my little doll's dresses, you know, like pencil cases.
Yeah.
And then I studied it. And then I started doing little things for people. You know, student life is hard. You need to make money. So I started like the odd jobs for people, and then it just continued to grow. And that's how I started my own thing. And then I moved to Bernali. So Bernali's got quite a cool history.
Okay.
A really cool history. So it's actually owned by my father-in-law, so it's a family business. And it was started like 10 years ago. So it was by means for job creation for females. So his holding company is actually for men. So they do like engineering, the engineering side of things. And then fast forward 10 years later, it's lockdown. We don't want to lay any of them off. So Bernali had to become its own brand and, you know, sustain these ladies. So now we're actually a brand.
I love the fact that you are so about women empowerment, just number one. And number two, being able to give that job creation within certain communities. You do it, is it the Western community?
Wellington
community,
yes,
absolutely.
yeah.
What does that mean to you and the brand in general to be able to do that?
Well, it's very important to me, not only because I'm a mom and I have a daughter who I need to obviously be a role model for, but I've got the platform that I need to do, like I need to share that, and I need to encourage other women. It's important for us to encourage. Like the minute you have a kid, you see the mommy community come together. So just because you're moms doesn't mean, you know, like we can do that as well outside of the mommy community. Why can't all females do the same for one another?
I kind of like that. I love the brainwave that you're heading on. But speaking about social media, being a content creator, and of course future as women have in media, you share your little one quite loud and proud on social media. Number one, she's just a part of your life. I mean, how do you hide an entire child? But number two, I mean, similarly with what we're talking with Jo-Dee about, how then do you protect your little one and content creation around the little toddler?
Look, it's a touchy subject for a lot of people. They don't like to advertise, not advertise, but I mean,
but I know what you mean.
Put the kids out there. But I mean, she's part of my brand as a whole. Like, I don't put everything out there. Like, we keep it light, and you know. But I mean, she's part of my brand, and I am my brand. So yeah,
come on now. Well, I love the fact that we're going to be speaking to you also towards the end of the show, just as we just round up this conversation. Females in media, and of course, where you stand with your little one. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Stand a chance to win moolah, mobile phones, and many more M prizes with Super M. Pick your M prize on your favorite Super M pack. Dial *120 *7837# and follow the prompts. The M you pick is the M you could win. All you need is M. Super M Gap Filler. If there's one thing we love about Mondays, it has got to be when we get to play our Super M Mystery M Conundrum game. And today's game is all about that one thing that moves us when words leave off. It's indeed music, and music is life itself. Now, today's winning contestant who gets the most points not only walks away as a winner, but walks away as winning a Volcano Stand Bluetooth speaker, Volcano Motion Bluetooth earphones, and Volcano Impulse headphones. Now, our amazing prizes keep you moving to the sounds of your favorite beats and your favorite tunes. Joining us via video call is contestant number 1, Deirdre. Welcome to the show. And how are you feeling? Are you feeling like a winner today?
Yes, I feel like a winner. I'm going to take this thing today.
I love that energy. Stepping into the ring to battle it out is contestant number 2, Kilebogile. Are you excited to be taking part in our game?
Yeah, I'm super excited, my lady.
Yeah. Now we've got our contestants locked and loaded with an eye on the prize. Now, contestants, here is how the game works. A Mystery M Conundrum will come up on your screen in which you will have 30 seconds to guess the word. If you think you know the answer, shout out your name. If the contestant who shouts out their name gets it wrong, then the other contestants will get a chance to answer. The contestants with the most correct guesses wins. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, gentlemen, now our very first guess and our very first clue goes a little bit like this. What is the name of this popular South African music band? And the clue, their band name is a Portuguese word meaning my house.
Kilebogile
Kilebogile went first. Go for it, Kilebogile.
Mikasa.
Yabba. Congratulations. Our first point goes to Kilebogile. Now, question number 2 goes like this. What is the name of this singer, songwriter, and actress? The clue, she is known as the Queen of Pop. Yes, Deirdre. Yes, Deirdre, you've got 30 seconds.
Matamar.
No, Deirdre, unfortunately, that is...
Madonna.
Yes, Kilebogile. You see, that is how the game works. If you say your name, it's okay. You get to guess first. But if you get it wrong, the very next contestant can steal that point away from you. And that's what we just saw went down. Kilebogile with 2 points, Deirdre with 0. Now, question number 3. What is the name of this late singer, songwriter, and dancer? The clue, he is known as the King of Pop.
Kilebogile.
Yes, Kilebogile.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Kilebogile is on a roll today. Oh, this game, that's exactly how it goes. It is very, very tense, but it's all about saying your name first. Question number 4. What is the name of this South African duo? Clue, one of their hit songs are Dihamba Nawe.
Deirdre.
Yes, Deirdre.
Mafikizolo.
Yes, Deirdre finally has some points on the board. Question number 4 definitely goes out to him. Now, question number 5 goes like this, but the scoreboard looks like this. Kilebogile with 3, Deirdre with 1. Question number 5. What is the name of the singer and songwriter? Clue, she's the All I Want for Christmas Is You hit maker.
Kilebogile.
Yes, Kilebogile.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah! And just like that, congratulations goes to Kilebogile for winning that awesome prize. I'm so sorry, Deirdre. Unfortunately, hard luck, my brother.
Next time.
Absolutely, that's just how it goes. Better luck next time. Now, Kilebogile, you get to keep moving to some awesome beats and tunes with this Volcano Incredible set. And again, maybe next time, Deirdre, you'll have better luck at the Mystery M game. But Mzansi, winning is as easy as that with Super M. And we could be calling you to take part in our Mystery M Conundrum game next week. Remember that there are many more M prizes to be won, like moolah, mobile phones, movie vouchers, and much more with the Super M All You Need Is M competition. Now, there are 7 different M prizes to be won by simply purchasing the Super M promo pack with an M prize you want to win. Enter by dialing *120 *7837# and follow the prompts. The M you pick is the M prize you could win, and the more you enter, the more chances you have on winning. So go on and find your M with Super M, because #all you need is M. Stand a chance to win moolah, mobile phones, and many more M prizes with Super M. Pick your M prize on your favorite Super M pack. Dial *120 *7837# and follow the prompts. The M you pick is the M you could win. All you need is M. Super M Gap Filler.
Happy Mummy Monday, everybody, and I'm also giving something away today, and it is a delicious recipe that is perfect for moms, but even better for the little ones. And we'll be making this after the break. We'll be making our plant-based rocket skewers with a delicious dipping sauce. All of that coming up.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express.
Now, Palesa, our kids are the future, and it is our collective responsibility to ensure they're well-nourished both physically and mentally, to ensure they grow up to achieve their dreams. A healthy mind is only possible with a healthy body, which is why we love today's recipe, the Fry's vegan rocket skewers with a delicious dipping sauce. It's crunchy and creamy and crispy with that avocado dipping sauce. Your kids will be over the moon after gobbling these up. Make a mindful meal which is great for your entire family, the environment, and the animals too. Now, Pali, we're keeping it simple today, but still delicious, right?
Okay. Talk to me. I mean, girl, you created absolute art pieces there, so I want to learn how to do that.
Exactly. That's the one thing I love about these recipes, that they get the children involved. So it's not just about you being in the kitchen as mommy and making the recipe. It's about getting them to come through and get involved. And here, we're making all those beautiful shapes that are basically result in those amazing rockets we've got over there. But before I get started, I'd like you to get started on your side, because you'll be making the dipping sauce for us. In that, you've got some mustard, you've got some apple cider vinegar, you've also got something called aquafaba, which is basically the liquid from, you know, the chickpeas when you drain them? That liquid. Yes. That is that liquid that is also vegan, because it means we're not going to be using any animal product here to even make our dipping sauce.
Beautiful.
And some avo and some oil. So you're going to put all of that into there. Start off with just everything else except the oil and the avo, blitz it up, then gradually add your oil into that.
So this is for part 2.
That's
this
for
is part 1 of making the dipping sauce. Let's get to it.
Awesome. And while you're doing that on your side, I'm going to get started with our nuggets that we're using today. And as you can see, we are using our plant-based rice protein and chia seed nuggets. So this basically means you are getting all the nutrition you need in one packet that is good for you, good for the environment, good for the kids especially.
Love that.
And to start it off, you cook it as per the instructions on the packaging. It does give you all the instructions there. You're going to cook these for just 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the type of oven you've got, obviously, and how obviously it works. But I'm just going to put these into the oven, make sure it's on a nicely greased pan, and then these go into the oven. I've got some that I've made a little earlier that I'm going to pop out just now for just 15 minutes, or according to the packaging instructions. And we've got some here. Before I even get into these, I would like you to taste a couple for.
I would love to do that.
And let me know what you think, because these are nutritious and delicious and easy to make.
Mzansi, you know I'm always on feeding duty, so let me tell you what I think.
Please let me know what you think.
Oh, wow. Delicious.
The texture, the flavor, right?
And also, I love the fact that they golden, crispy, because essentially that definitely adds into that flavor as well.
Exactly, because the other thing about it, Bali, is that when you're the crumbing of that is also gluten-free. So you don't have to worry about, is this something I have to worry about now? It's actually perfect for you. While you do that, I'm going to get started with the rest of the ingredients that I'm going to make here. I'm going to start by cutting
Let me free up your hands, girl.
Thank you very much, Mama. I'm going to start by cutting up our carrots here. What we're going to be doing is the carrots are going to be basically the one part of our rocket ship that we're making here. If you look at these shapes here, we've got the top part, which I use the pepper for. I've got the tomatoes, which are those flames at the bottom of the rocket. And we use the nuggets as the body of the rocket ship that we're making. So let me start by putting that in first, the body of our rocket. And this is where, like I said, Balesa, the kiddies will be very excited to be involved, because not only do they get to enjoy this meal afterwards, but they also get to learn shapes and all of that with mommy and daddy in the kitchen, which is very awesome.
I think that's so beautiful, because we have got a loft filled with little ones and they are hungry, so I'm so happy to be feeding them today. And these nuggets, what I love about them is that they're absolutely good, nutritious, wholesome, and they're also very satisfying. You know, a lot of people, when they do enjoy their meat-free Mondays, a lot of people want a substitute, but this is good on its own.
Correct.
It is no substitute. It is essentially, it's delicious, it's veggie filled, and that's what you want.
And I think we need to shy away from saying, oh, we want it to taste like meat. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to show you how delicious a plant-based diet can be, you know? And this is what Fries has done. They've given us so many options in terms of the different dishes that they have. We've got those hot dogs that we made some time ago. We've got those meatballs, and now we've got these delicious tasting nuggets that you can make at home for yourself, for your kids. It's not just about their lunch boxes. They can literally snack on this anytime during the day.
Beautiful, Tumi. Here, the dressing is coming along quite well.
Perfect.
I've put everything in. Now I'm on part 2.
Correct.
I've added in my avocado, I've added in the oil, and now it's time to blitz that up.
Correct. So you can do that gradually. You can add the oil gradually, or you can do it all at once.
Okay.
It's safer to do it in 2 parts so that it doesn't get too glued.
Love that. Okay, but this is so easy, Tumi. Thank you so much. And you've got those rockets there done and dusted. I'm looking forward to feeding our little ones these gorgeous treats.
Now, whether you're packing lunch boxes or feeding kids at home, Fries makes it easier to feed your kids healthier options, because they're 100% plant-based and yummy, of course. Better for your health, the health of the planet, and animals. So head over to fryfamilyfood.com for loads of fun, family-friendly recipe ideas.
Well, I can tell you I'm feeling right at home. I have kids everywhere and kiddie food, I can smell it. There are many days, ladies, when we survive on kiddie food, and it has to be healthy, right?
Absolutely.
How many days do you get to enjoy kiddie food as your main dinner?
Most nights.
Join us, ladies. Where is dinner?
Finally! So not only do we have a super superstar menu for our little ones, but we've got the superstars themselves. South Africa, please help me welcome Asia and Boston. Oh, can you see how excited they are? I mean, Mommy, Jo-Dee, I just want to find out from you. You are very much focused and very deliberate in pushing the female agenda in the media industry. So what does the future look like for you, and are you excited to see where we're going?
Absolutely. I mean, I think women, and I don't think it should be just a focus on women. I think that we are so strong on our own. It doesn't just have to be like, oh, she's cool, she's a woman.
Yeah.
And, it shouldn't just be like, wow, she's great and she's a woman. It just should be, you are powerful and you are strong and you are intelligent in your own right as a human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's amazing. And as a mom of a little girl and of a little woman, it's even more exciting. Yes.
And I mean, for...
Oh my goodness.
Yes, you know why? Because they want you to get to that yummy, yummy nugget. I mean, from yourself, Tara, Asia's joined us now, and she's just such a bundle of joy for yourself. When you look at her and her growth, whether she goes into fashion, social media content creation, what are you most looking forward to seeing her coming up?
Well, I actually just want to see it. Wow. I just...
Dip it, honey, dip it.
I'm just here to support her at the end of the day. And whatever she chooses to do, I'm here. I'm a backbone and support, so that's all I can do.
That's what it's all about. I mean, Nicole, finally on social media, quickly we were asking people, what's the biggest tip in raising a little one? What makes a great parent? For yourself, what would you say?
My number one is always communication. To be able to have that bond that you can talk about everything and anything as they grow up.
Yeah,
For me, that's number one.
Well, here's to loving your kids unconditionally. Here's to open lines of communication. And let's make sure that we raise powerful, influential young ones. Thank you so much to our superstars. Thank you, Boston. Thank you. Thank you so much, Asia, as she keeps dipping.
But if anything, I think they've given me a vote of confidence to say, yes, we agree. This is amazing.
Can I have the next service?
I'm going to leave that to you guys, but from us here on Afternoon Express, we're saying good night, stay safe, and happy eating. Goodbye.
Bye. Waves.
Make the most of glorious summer with your picnic favorites. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.